Hello, my name is Vikas Parasar and here we are going to examine the lungs and thorax. Before the examination, we would like to review some anatomic concept for recall. We have 12 pair of ribs that joint with sternum in middle line. Downside, near the clavicle, we have manubrium that connect with body of sternum, and downside this is xiphoid process. These are part of sternum. At the joint of manubrium and body of sternum, there is sternal angle. The ribs are make joint with sternum through costal cartilage. At the posterior side, we can palpate the lungs and vertebra. Now we can remark all chest by vertical lines. Anteriorly we have mid-sternal line, mid-clavicular line, axillary lines, anterior axillary line, mid-axillary line, and posterior axillary line. Posteriorly we have vertebral line and scapular line. Now we are going to recall some lungs anatomy. We have one pair of lungs and the left lung is little bit smaller than right one. The lower border of lungs crosses 6th rib at mid-clavicular line, 8th rib at the mid-axillary line, and posteriorly the lower border lies about T10 spinous processes. Each lung is divided roughly in half by a oblique fissure. In the left lung we have two sublobes, left upper lobe, left lower lobe. For right lung we have three sublobes, right upper lobe, right middle lobe, and right lower lobe. Now we have anatomical description for chest. Supraclavicular is above the clavicle. Infraclavicular, interscapular, between the scapula. Infrascapular, below the scapula. Now we are going to examine the lung and chest. Firstly, here we can palpate the intercostal spaces and ribs. We will start with suprasternal notch to detect second rib, because first rib we can palpate. Posteriorly, 12th rib, another mark for counting ribs and interspaces. Find T12 and up from below the rib cage. Then walk up interspaces above the tip of scapula. Now ask the patient to flex the neck and find the C7 and then count C7 up to T12 spinous processes. Now observe the pattern of breathing according to chest and chest shape during breathing. The respiration rate should be 14 to 20 times in a minute. Now we would check the position of trachea by sternal notch. check the patient's nail for any cyanosis arising from deoxygenation. Now examine the posterior thorax. Check the symmetry and shape. Palpate the chest wall to check the pain and any tenderness. Now we are going to palpate posterior chest wall. Identify tender areas and carefully report the area where patient feel the pain, any kind of pain. Now we are going to percussion. This is the most important method to check the lungs for any fluid or air producing audible sounds. We are using the middle finger of left hand to feel the vibration and right hand's middle finger to strike on the left hand's finger. It should be in the ladder pattern. Now we are going to auscultation. This is important method for assessing airflow and listening the sound of breathing. Before beginning this, ask the patient to cough once, avoiding any atelectasis or mucus, air mucus. Listen the breath sound with stethoscope. We are detecting here any kind of deformities or silent gap or mucus. The breathing varying in intensity with their pitch at different locations. Now we are going to check transmitted voice sound with stethoscope. Egophony. Ask the patient to say E. You will normally hear a muffled long E sound. If E sounds like A, it's a nasal bleeding. Bronchophony. Ask patient to say 99. Normally it's 99. Also muffled. Whispered pectoralici. Ask patient to whisper 99 or 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, the whispered voice is normally heard faintly and indensity. Now we are going to anterior thorax. Firstly, we inspect any kind of deformities, abnormal retraction. Now we are going to palpate anterior chest wall. Percussion the same as posterior chest wall, like a ladder pattern. Now auscultation the lung sound and report any deformities.